it's time for us to have Clarion Connection with Ron Wilshire. Ron, and this is good morning.
Well, Steve, I hope you leave your mic on. Well, I'm back today, so I guess we're going to ramble a little bit.
Actually, I'll ramble a little bit today. So what's the topic of this talk?
Well, I noticed I don't know I had a dog was going to take out birthdays today. And he mentioned having a local birthdays. I also applied for local birthdays. And I thought it was honest when I was looking for this celebrity birthdays. You know, who has that job of celebrity birthdays?
I'm curious about that. I mean, we get way back with databases and stuff like that, but to be honest with those podcast birthdays, besides everybody can pick up on that and stuff. But, yeah, that's an interesting thing. And one of the calendar because I think country music events and pictures. So I don't know, it must be a big market for it.
And we have every geographical life, like, you know, the guitarist for all is birthday. And, you know, I didn't recall any scientists or any laboratories or anybody like that. I know they mostly were musicians.
Yeah, so it's, well, you know, it's, I don't know what to say about that one. Who is it now? I mean, there is an album I never think about doing the whole massive research to see there's a really stand out in history for both exclude that one, but people look bad and stuff like that.
Right. But wouldn't it feel bad if you were, say, a musician from a one-hit wonder song years ago, and whoever in charge of the stuff decided that you weren't worthy to be on the celebrity birthday list? You know, why would you get over something like that?
It's like, you are not a celebrity. You had one song, but you were not a celebrity, I guess.
So, you know, so,
yeah. Speaking of one of those, I'm a big fan of the show The Voice, where, you know,
judge them.
And I know I've cheered for Team Blake Shelton, and actually won last year. He won last year, and I'm a big fan of that. I think I know Pittsburgh Irish on the program and stuff like that. But anyway, the guy who did a song, which was a popular wedding song, it was called the Cupid Shuffle. It was Cupid doing Cupid Shuffle. We actually came on the show during blind auditions and did his own song, okay? Like CeeLo Green recognized who it was, and I think Christina did, you know, but as soon as they turned around, nobody turned around for him, though. Like, he was trying to get a re-break, you know, and he was like, showing, I can do more than this, but he came up and did his song that he made a lot of money off of, his one-hit wonder, and nobody turned around to pick him on their team or anything. So
that's a question. Even the one-hit wonders are trying to get my voice. And was that Brand X?
There's so many of them now that it's hard to even keep track of which ones are which and stuff. And the thing is about, they call them reality shows, but I don't know how real they actually are. You know.
Right, because I was reading there's some kind of Devo thing between Mariah Carey and but you know, it's all scripted.
Yeah, and even going into the other programs like the one where everybody's living in a house together, you know, it used to be the Real World back in the day when MTV still played music. And they did. At one point in time, they did. And, you know, the Real World, the first year, I think, may have actually been, like, you know, somewhat realistic. And it seems like if you have to screen people to put the best into what you think is going to set up ratings, then it's not really that real, you know?
I think it now is to the point where it's either scripted or they're given ideas and encouraged to do certain things.
Yeah, products are placed in certain areas or something like that to encourage your, it's like, oh yeah, well, we got a free night out here at this local facility to where you can, you know, you can drink for free, and we'll see what the aftermath is and with the ratings. And
That brings up an interesting point, too. Kind of going back to the birthday list, but what do you have to do to be on the Morning Channel? They have that Honey Boo Boo. What's the ball set here?
I don't know. I've been not much of a fan of the toddlers and tiaras. I was not a big fan of that program by any means. I'm not that I'm against pageants and competitions and things like that. Please don't get me wrong there, but I just don't like that. A lot of the pressure that was put on the kids from the parents and stuff, and it was almost highlighted in those programs. And then, of course, the spin-off of with Honey Boo Boo and Honey Boo Boo and I don't know how to stuff to watch that. I can't find if I can.
It does seem happy.
That was about your curiosity. I didn't even know if some of the other ones, but really, there's a show for everything. What got me was I enjoyed the one show, Moonshiners, which is
Why did you enjoy that, Steve?
Because it was just intriguing to me, and but also it was like, okay, now we have a ton of videotape evidence that we're doing an illegal activity, and then after the show airs, after the show airs, the possible for them to be arrested because the evidence is now there that they've been doing illegal activities and conducting illegal stuff. I mean, it's like, why would you do something that's going to show that you're illegal? You know? And they find that these people are illegal, and it's kind of stay funny. I think all those reality stars that come to the position of sports stuff. The best kind of okay. Yeah. And it'll make ratings. It's like this out there. You're referenced. That's a name that I've heard and it's very important from that very existing. And there's definitely one cool thing of history that I mentioned is history always, history for the history shows us that processes and stuff. But there's always a nice side of the ability to go back you can so much, hit this stuff, whether it's economically or militarily or whatever, but it's a cool thing about this country is give it time, it will come back. That's good. Get some message from the gas crisis to various conflicts and wars and things like that. think that it's not the country thing that really to keep coming back. It's all cyclical. I mean, it's life. If I say with confidence, we're about professional radio voice. Speaking of professional radio voice, what do you think about that? I heard that the station does work out, so they're not the television is back that gets me again. It turns me out of the political space and only I'm interested, but also in voting times and reading into things and looking at items and trying to find out what both sides of what they're actually doing the facts are. But as some of those television announcers, it's just, where can the line drawn? Is like, is it actually, how is the truth in the other person? And it's not the wow. I noticed the difference since Bill Clinton did a lot of basically, I don't know what people want to do private interest groups, radicalized personalism, and I know all the work on both sides, and really come up with these American stuff, there's a lot of those types of things. What's really big is how they, the visual cues of the growth and the pictures of that, they're getting all of that. And so now that the clouds are a bad law between the benefit. I saw that one. I was enjoying it like the first that the pixel one thing and one side, then the person, and then that's when it says this, and then they flip it over, and then it is this, and things of that nature. I was also trying to get people stimulated and kind of grab their attention. I'm not going to lie, I've been watching more of non-local network television lately, as have been on the advent of these jobs. I don't know what the kind of much more than if you're going to go on and advertise for something, I like to at least get, information from it. I know that dollars the quicker picks up, I like to pick up traffic on and plus great coffee. I know about that. But just kind of like main out of that's puppetry is kind of the thing is puppet. It's been kind of very common. But again, often both one part or the other, candidate or the other. And I understand that stuff we get is from the Pittsburgh market, but it does not directly affect our neighborhood in particular. So it's like, okay, I'm going to have the other person say, well, I'm going to do it now, I don't want that. Well, that's what happens when you live a story at home.
Me that I needed to go to AA meetings, but I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go because I didn't want to be an alcoholic. That was not what I wanted to grow up and be. I didn't want to go to AA, but I did, and it wasn't what I expected by any means. It was friendly. I could feel it. I could feel the happiness. It's really great. Alcoholics Anonymous. It works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or
I don't know if I'm really qualified to talk on the subject because they honestly, I don't know about it. I just kind of I mean, again, the next message is out there for either party. That's why I finally said it is a great way of putting it. I mean, yesterday was the last legislative vote to make sure the legislature vote by something like that. So we need to
it's, it's really not a problem to get an idea, but, in the more metropolitan areas where people don't have to have a driver's license and mass transit, it can be a problem.
And also, there's a nice thing that it's like neighbors know neighbors and neighbors know neighbors. So where I go into polling, there's probably, I don't know the accuracy, but probably most of us are neighbors. Working behind the desk with neighbors. When you start talking about the prices or things like that, even those areas can become, kind of get lost in the way. That specific region, you're really,
I mean, there's a criminal regeneration.
PetStar, I think it was PetStar or something like that, kind of like where you would bring pets in to perform different tricks, like a variety of pets and stuff like that. Mario Lopez was on that. I actually believe a friend of mine was earlier here. I got to meet Mario Lopez. I haven't got to
and then it probably was that on the Lion Show?
If you ever want to see Dad the backflips and roll on balls, I thought it was a great thing to do. I Also, pop new things I never thought they could do.
They could do it on TV.
They could do it on TV.
So, yeah.
Tricks and stuff. Yeah, I'm getting up at 4:30 in the morning. We're out there by the it's still fun. I can have fun and go to work, even though I don't want it to. Staying up till 11, 12 o'clock to watch some of those night shows is getting very difficult. So I try to catch the highlights of like the top 10 list or some things maybe from jaywalking or something like he did in his monologue or something. But that's, I'm missing a lot of those late night shows.
It's getting to the point where anything quirky or half amusing, you don't have to watch it when it happens because it'll be reposted on YouTube the next day.
Oh, yeah, you can do that, or you can pick up one of those live streaming TV channels to where you can, the one with the funny man and the alien Hulu or something of that nature, where you can watch whatever, or you can rent it down to the season on Netflix or something like that, which means I really need to get that back up. And speaking of programming, we're thinking about simpler days and simpler times, things like that. I have been watching a massive amount of early 90s sitcoms. Remember the one that was TGI Fridays and Thursday night lineups and stuff were just it in a nutshell. Got the family together. I think I've watched every episode of Who's the Boss already again with old Tony Danza and Kyle
I was a teacher for a while. You did. Appeared on the show, and it's kind of interesting,
Well, the end of his Ron Who's the Boss, he was going to be a teacher, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
I watched
I watched pretty much all of them.
That's the kind of watch every episode back to back, and a lot of those little shows.
Yeah, I just kind of put them when they're on. That's between that and, like I said, Who's the Boss, Cosby's. I probably watched every episode this year. One of my all-time favorite programs. Television was my favorite subject for quite a while. So I get into those things.
And maybe little Saturday Night Live things. Just when you think you've seen them all of a sudden you'll see a different one that you haven't ever seen before. And I have a theory that somewhere, secretly, maybe it says people that collect the birthday.
Right now, it's kind of get overdone, but with the that's usually a good Bond months or Bond weeks or whatever. I end up watching a whole I think
mentioned Dr. No, Dr. Who, I think, is one of the people festival.
Doing some of that podcast. That's the thing about my life in a nutshell right there. Not traveling anywhere, then I just kind of numb it out watching a little bit of the older programs. Kind of remembering what it was whenever I was, a little bit younger and watching Alf and things to that nature. So,
and now it's a whole festival.
Yeah. That's all reality.
Yeah.
Quote unquote reality.
Well, yeah, the Autumn Leaf Festival was, I think it's 59 years this year.
Yeah, we're coming up on, as Tracy Becker comes in and talks to us here on Mondays. Yeah, next year is 60 years, which I believe is Diamond, if I'm not correct, if I'm right on that, the Diamond year of the Autumn Leaf Festival. So it's going to be a big celebration, and this year's celebration was an awful lot of fun, too. So I can imagine what type of festivals are in store for a milestone like that.
Diamond leaves on the glasses. It's a lot of fun for the community.
Absolutely, and the children watching the kids put together for the kiddies parade and stuff like that, and all stuff. From Michigan, from Michigan. This weekend we got to they had a pretty good time too. So.
It wasn't like the old TV shows you like, you always have good memories of it. And you always have pretty good memories of Elf, unless you live next to the
It's very nice to see all the different ones. I was counting cars, not really counting cars, but counting different places. Georgia, places like that. People traveling to come back for not only university homecoming, but also coming back to other festivities on Mondays and things. I think that's the best part of the festival. What you take away from it, take with you.
You have to get your own weapons here.
I'm not happy. I don't think we can have weapons for what's a good factor?
We've covered a lot of topics, and we'll talk about some statements on the future episodes. And so the economy is going to become and the product of what we talk about the situation.
I'm thankful